Welcome back to Gossip Break, the cherry on top of your day. I'm one of your hosts, Bree.
And I'm your other host, Becky.
Girls, January has been so long. I feel like we crawled to get here.
If you made it through January 2025, you are entitled to financial compensation for your hard work.
Seriously. Why was this the long? I feel like it's been a whole year this month.
Yeah. Christmas feels so long ago, and it was only a month ago.
So long ago.
We were just talking about how January actually beat our asses. But the real new year is February 1 because January is a little rusty. You're trying to figure out your goals. Usually things at work pick up, everyone's tweaking because it's Q1, 2025, TikTok shut down, we got a new president. Like a lot has gone on this
A
month,
lot has happened.
like in the world, and I feel like personally for everybody.
Yeah, well, the astrology girlies say that the new year technically doesn't start until April 1st with Aries season because you
Mhm.
guys are the start of the season. So, really, this is supposed to be our time to rest and hibernate and get our shit together. And then we lock in April. So, we're
Yeah,
just, doing extra right now, to be honest.
yeah, I think that makes so much more sense because it's spring. Why would you start something in the winter? I'm supposed to
Yeah. Spring
rest.
awakening.
Yes, resting, nesting, and digesting in winter. And then in spring, I blossom and glow. But for some unknown reason, we start literally the coldest month of the year. It
Hauling
was,
our asses off. Everybody's following up after the holidays, like actually following up. I'm scared. Had like 10 emails. Everybody wants answers right away that nobody even talked to me before November. Now everybody wants answers right away. Can you do this ASAP? I'm scared. It's been all month of this.
yeah. So we're just, we did it. We made it through. We hope that this is the cherry on top of your month and that things really turn around for all of us in February. I personally love February. I
Me
love
too.
Valentine's Day, even though I've always been single. But I really like the color combinations. I love red and
The
pink.
pink and red. Perfect. Becky's whole living room right now is literally pink and red. Did you plan this?
Yes. So my
Somebody
list
did a Target haul.
Bree, you a woman after my own heart because I walked into Target, boom, $5 section, went crazy. And it was so funny because I think the girl that walked in after me saw me like try to stray away from the $5 section and then hesitate and look back. She goes, no, she was like, I'm beeline. She walked up to me and was like, I can't do this with you right now. And I was like, no, honestly, I shouldn't be here. I got pillows. I got a heart pillow. I got kissy blankets. I got roses. I got like heart-shaped
The
pink.
best time of the year.
I just love the colors and I love love and Valentine's Day and it makes me so happy.
It's so cute and girly. I love it. I love this time of year. And my anniversary is coming up, my 1 year anniversary.
Yes, my
Yeah.
girl's been married for a year
That's
and you
crazy.
having it during like Valentine's Day weekend.
I
Chef.
know, the month of love, and I get two gifts.
Yeah. That's smart. That is so smart.
So
Wow.
yeah, I'm excited for February. I always think, is it just me or do you associate certain colors in your head with months?
Yeah.
Yeah,
March.
because February is just a pink month, so I'm excited because January is kind of like a light gray, dreary blue month. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to get out. Like, I need bright colors again.
Yes. I need
March
the,
is green for me.
yeah, March is green. April is like yellow, maybe.
Kind of, yeah. I feel like ours is hard.
I feel like it's just because Easter color. So it's like
Yeah. Yellow, I
pastel,
like that.
all the pastels. And we're both April babies. Gossip Break is an
Gossip
April
Break's an
baby.
April baby too. That's
Uh,
so funny.
so many things. to celebrate in the springtime because Feb or January you gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta go. We're done. Sorry, Capricorns, we're out of here.
Yeah, I
Don't
mean,
like this season. Yeah, I know why you guys are hustling because there's nothing fucking else to do in the winter.
no, right, right. I guess I'll just work because it's not like I want to go outside. It snowed this month in Dallas. It was 13
Mm-mm.
degrees on Martin Luther King Day. I'm like, I have the day off, and yet I don't want to do anything because it's 13 degrees.
In Dallas is crazy.
Nasty work.
It's actually been pretty cold in Florida too, but I don't even want to say because the people in the actual real winter states are gonna be like, shut the fuck up, Brie. But
Yeah,
for us, it has been cold because it's
yeah,
been like under 50, which is nuts for Florida.
yeah. That is crazy.
So, but we're
No,
already back at 'em today, 77 out.
yeah. We love the warmth. We love warm colors. We love gossip break. We're so happy to be here. We had a
Oh my God, we needed a
good
gossip break so bad. Not us literally talking about the weather. Our brains are fried. Like we need to actually talk about some pop culture. We need to pick it up.
I know. We have both kind of been talking. We've been recapping Real Housewives. We both, I feel like, have finally started months later, Salt Lake City.
Yes.
And what are your thoughts of it so far? We're
Okay,
really
so I
awful.
think I want to see what episode I'm on really
Mhm.
quick because I'm probably halfway into the newest season or maybe even a little bit before halfway to be honest. So I feel like I don't have a full opinion of everybody yet because I don't want to. Okay, I'm on episode 6, so we're like early in. So
Yeah.
I don't want to say like I'm so down for this person because I know how these things go.
Yeah.
But as of right now, my thoughts are Mary and Angie are insane and I love them. They're nuts. Like Angie is low key my mother-in-law.
She is. She absolutely is. We love Angie.
Oh my God. Like the Greek flag everywhere. I can't with her. The asking for feta. Like it just since I have dated my husband, I kid you guys not, there's never been a time that there's not feta in my fridge.
Oh, of
Ever.
course.
Ever.
As it should be. Like that is one of the benefits to being with a Greek. Like
But
we
it's so funny seeing her because it's just like such a typical Greek person, just so loud and proud. And like everything has to be Greek. Everything, everything. Like they love Giannis.
No, it's we're
That's
going to
so
the
funny.
basketball game with a Greek flag. Because
The
at first I was
huge
like,
Greek
why is
flag.
she? I'm not understanding, but then I was like, oh
He
yes,
probably loved that. That was probably right up his alley.
yes, Greek freak. How could I forget? You know Angie's 51.
She looks great. She's beautiful.
She is her hair.
Yeah.
And ever since I heard the phrase high body count hair and Angie describe what high body count hair is and low body count hair is, I seriously look at everyone's hair differently.
She
Because
changed the game for
she
sure.
really did. Because I'm like, she really does know what she's talking about.
Yeah, I didn't realize that she was a hairstylist until that comment. I mean, now that I'm watching it back, I see everything. But
Yeah.
yeah, Brittany is a hot mess.
Oh,
And I'm sorry, but she's the type of woman I hate. The type of woman who puts a man above her kids, has to be in a relationship no matter what. Can't even, the thought of being single is enough to like ruin her. I can't with women like that. It's so icky to me. Like stand up.
yeah.
Actually stand up. This guy's broken up with you 16 times. I don't think you guys were actually ever together.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's giving 16-year-old situationship, but
Then when you think about her being Mormon, actually, that kind of makes sense.
why do you I don't think it makes sense at all, actually. Because something I noticed, come on, sociology.
Okay, yeah. Tell me because please, that made me being ignorant.
No, no, it's not even that. It actually well, we'll see. We'll see if we can connect the dots here really quick. But I noticed that Salt Lake City has like all of them are married basically. The only ones that are unmarried are Heather, and she was married.
Yeah.
That's it. I think it's just Heather. Everyone else
Oh
is
wow, is it
married.
really? Yeah, I mean, I guess besides Brittany.
Yeah. Yeah. Go for Heather and Brittany being friends. They
Interesting.
actually need to stop. Maybe that's y'all's fucking problem. But every other housewife franchise, single. They're all single. I'm like, the Mormonism is strong. That covenant is strong. Which honestly, good for them. I'm like, that kind of makes sense for Utah because they're obviously very traditional. But that's why I'm really confused by Brittany.
Yeah, I think it's maybe I just associate them with getting married so early that they kind of don't have.
Oh,
Maybe it's like they don't almost have like the
oh,
maturity. And
yeah.
it's like, I feel like she's dealing with problems that she should have dealt with when she was a teenager, but she probably didn't get it out of her system yet.
You are 100% right. Because Jared Osmond,
Calling you his best friend, when she said he made it Instagram official, guys, and they showed an Instagram story of them at Costco together, and he said, Costco runs with my best friend. That's being Instagram official to you. The bar is in hell.
the bar is in the therapy office. I don't know. And it's the relationship with the kids too.
She's just strange to me. You know,
Yeah.
honestly, all of them are strange. All of the housewives of Salt Lake City in their own ways, but I kind of love them for it.
Yes.
I
They're
unironically am obsessed with Meredith. She's she's so nuts, and I love her. All of their voices are amazing to me. Angie's deep voice, Lisa's deep voice, like I love that. Like I love that. Meredith's nasal voice, I'm obsessed with. Whitney and Hilling, like they all have their own little quirks to them.
No, they are very strange. Now that you put it that way, they're all like
They're all
all
kooky.
housewives are nuts, but Salt Lake City, I think this season is perfect.
It's
And I
really good.
what it was watching it after the Milwaukee trip because it's the fact that they can go to Milwaukee, which I couldn't tell you what state that's in. Where is Milwaukee?
Wisconsin.
Oops. I literally should know that,
I
honestly.
know that just because I lived in Chicago, so it's like the next big
Okay,
city up.
yeah. But they had so much fun. They did the separate trips. They did the museum. They did a scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
They went to a basketball game. They did the drag show. Like it was everything an old school housewives. It honestly weirdly reminded me of old Atlanta when they would go on trips because of how funny and silly and random they
Mhm.
really immerse themselves in the city. And give them an Emmy.
I'm impressed because I feel like a lot of housewives have been tuning out a lot lately because it's just, I don't want to say filler episodes, but it just feels like
Yeah.
filler episodes of to be continued or
Yep.
something building up to a big scene at just like a dinner fight. And then I don't know, that's the whole episode. Whereas Salt Lake, every scene is funny. Every scene has drama, if not funny, or is like telling a good story, or I don't know. I just like the landscape, like the
Yeah.
snowy vibes. It's just it's such an experience
Yeah.
watching that show.
Because their personal stories are really good too. Mary's
Yeah.
personal story with Robert Jr.,
I'm
Whitney.
just starting to like get into that. I've seen the clips online, obviously, so I know what happens, but I'm just starting to see like the buildup of it and the girlfriend kind of being in the picture and him
Yeah,
asking for money and Mary being like, why do you need this money? Is it going to good things? And it just kills me.
I
And
know.
then what do you think about Bronwyn?
I love her style. She's very campy. I love the colors, obviously. I don't, people are so off and on with her. And as of right now, I don't see how anyone can be off with her personally because I like how she talks.
Hmm.
For someone who is, first of all, rich as fuck, y'all.
Yeah.
Like dummy rich, not housewife rich, like Beverly Hills, Kyle Richards rich, real money. And the way she speaks to the ladies, like the way she's cutting up on Heather, I'm
Yeah.
living for it because Heather is getting on my last.
She's messy. But I have to
She's
say that first
annoying.
episode of her in the back seat and they're ordering Wendy's and she's like, I'll get the JBC with fries. Her calling it the JBC killed me. Like I almost had to stand her for that because that was so fucking funny.
She just, yeah, they're all
Yeah, but
crazy.
she's kind of getting on my nerves right now. And Bronwyn did, yeah, just call her out in this latest episode. Like, why are you always the one in the middle? You know, like why would you tell somebody that when you know it's going to make them upset? It's
Yeah, and it's
always Heather at the end of the crime.
yes, and Mary said that about her, Bronwyn said that about her, and it's always about Lisa. She's always kissing Lisa's ass, and I think it's
Yeah.
because Lisa rejected her for so long, and now because Mary was like, "You've known Angie since high school."
Oh, I
And
didn't know that.
yes, you've known Angie for
Interesting.
so long. And then this
Hmm.
person that, you met through the show, essentially. I also think that's why Salt Lake City is so good because they actually know each other in real life.
Yeah. Like the one of the biggest storylines I think right now is that Lisa knew Bronwyn's baby daddy or her kids' grandparents, and that's
Yeah.
the whole drama, which is crazy because it's the fact that everybody really knows each other.
Yeah. But that's what Housewives was supposed to be. That's how Potomac, that's how all of them
Yeah,
start.
you're right.
And
That's why this is so good, I think.
yeah, because it's actual friend. They have a deep, long history with each other rather than just random ladies in a room together that would never hang out. And I think that's the problem with a lot of housewives that
Beverly
like,
Hills, I think. It's
uh,
more about, oh, this person is kind of famous. Let's just put them in there. And
yeah,
they don't fit with the group. It's just, you're just
no,
trying to put them in there because they have to have like extreme wealth or some kind of Beverly Hills-esque thing about them. But then it's the group just feels so weird.
yeah, I agree. It is a hodgepodge over there in Beverly Hills.
Whereas like Miami, they all kind of know each other. And I think that's why it works so well because they cut up like real friends, but then they also give each other the sisterly love. When Lisa was dealing with that drama with Lenny, they
Yeah.
got around her so fast, but then they were still fighting the rest of the season. So like that's real friends.
Yeah, no, that was real. Potomac, like Robin, Giselle, Ashley and Candace, Charisse and Karen, you can tell they all really know each other because they fought like
Yeah.
hell because it's like I've been,
Sharice and Karen,
oh
you
my
know they know
gosh.
each other.
Yeah, we've been cussing each other out for the last 10 years and now there's cameras. Of course it's going to be excellent TV, but all's to
Speaking
say,
of Potomac, I was gonna say we could talk about those reunion looks.
oh my goodness. Let's.
Was there anything else we wanted to say about Salt Lake?
No, other than give him an Emmy.
Okay, perfect. Moving on.
Potomac reunion looks. It was giving white. It was giving classy. Giselle has never looked better.
I was gonna say, dare I say, Giselle outmugged everyone. This is the best she's ever looked. I was shocked, to say the least. Shocked that not only did she look damn good, but I think she actually looked better than everybody else. And Giselle's a beautiful woman, but she
Yeah,
cannot dress for shit.
no.
And this is the first reunion look I was like, "Damn girl, okay. You did your thing. I'm very proud of her."
Yeah, when
They
I
all
think
looked good, but Giselle really outdid it in my opinion.
this is the best Giselle's ever. Even this season, I think she looks really good. I don't know what she's doing. Maybe she's like in love or something.
She dropped the
I
bitterness, Robin.
Yeah, she lost Robert. I don't
Exactly.
know, but Giselle looks really good. She looked really good in the last episode, the where they were at the drag show. I'm
Yeah.
also very surprised that they're already doing the reunion because where I'm at in the show, I've caught up somehow. I don't know how I did that because I felt like I stopped watching for a long time, but then I only had a couple episodes. So I
I
caught
need to
up
catch
with
up.
it. It was like background TV. I'm confused how we're already at the reunion because ain't shit happened this season.
Especially with Karen not being there, which is I feel like the biggest part of this season now that we
100%.
saw what happened off camera. But Wendy was on Watch What Happens Live, and her and Andy were talking about the reunion because they had just filmed it. And she was saying how it was explosive and the biggest reunion and blah, blah, blah. And she could have obviously just been saying that. But I don't know. I was just thinking, what the hell did you guys talk about without Karen there? I'm sure they still talked about it. And she just couldn't defend herself. But
Yeah.
we shall
Also,
see.
our fellow Mascom cherry bomb Stacy, her and
She looks
Giselle,
great. She was my second pick.
yes, beautiful. Giselle's first simply for the fact that Giselle normally can't dress, and she looks
Exactly. Like we have to give credit where credit's due for the first time.
yeah, for the first time, Giselle is serving, and I think for her first reunion, Stacey looks gorgeous. She actually ate.
Gorgina.
Just beautiful head to toe, the look, the face card never declined. Beautiful woman on the show, but something about that reunion look was
Yeah.
really captivating. I think Mia looks like an egg.
Please.
That's really mean, but
No, the hair is not doing any favors. Why do they all look the same? I know that there's clearly some kind of theme, like a white sparkle theme, but I feel like they're all Keiarna,
oh my,
Mia kind of have the same vibe going with the 20s flapper hair, sparkly. I don't know. It's giving me too much. Wendy looks beautiful. I don't really like the little point shoulder thing, but it's also like a very Wendy dress. She looks
yeah.
good in it. Ashley needs to keep the bangs, to be honest, because she's finally looking good. Like, fine.
No,
I just
she
feel
is.
like she is a beautiful woman, but she portrays herself so awkwardly. I don't know what it is about her. She just has like, she's just awkward on camera, but
I
there's
know.
something about the bangs that it looks good with her.
Something about Potomac. I don't know if they don't have stylists in Potomac, or in DC, Baltimore, which wouldn't make any sense, but they just are the worst dressed
They are. Unfortunately, they really
by
are.
far.
I did see people say that Giselle used Wendy's stylist for this reunion. So maybe that's why she looks so much better. All she
Yeah.
needed was a new stylist.
I was gonna say she had to have gotten a new stylist.
Sometimes all you need is a new stylist, which that actually just made me think about. This is kind of off topic, but Sydney Sweeney, I feel like she was starting to get a perception of just being like for the MAGA men, the right wing men, those kind of boys. Like that's who
Ooh,
she was catering
yeah.
to, and it was just kind of like, okay, like you're not for the girls anymore. That's okay, whatever, fine. But also, I think it was like the way she was dressed.
Mhm.
She popped out with a new stylist the other day and had on these, what are those like the aviator sunglasses, like see-through, like a yellow tint. She had on some linen pants that were flowy looking, a cool looking blazer. She looked like such a fucking cool girl. And I was like, Bella Hadid would wear that outfit. And it totally changed my perception of her. I was like, all you need is a good stylist. Like she looked like she was dressed for the female gaze again. Like she was like, I'm a cool girl. This is my street style. I'm not trying to show off my massive boobs. I'm just trying to look cool. And
Mhm.
anyways, that was a tangent, but I feel like good style really can change people's perception of you so much.
Yeah, I'm glad because he got a new stylist. The only thing that's happening in Potomac right now, Keiarna's husband, we talked shit about him before, Brie, but when
That's not
you
even her husband.
oh my God, you're right. That's literally her boyfriend, her live-in roommate.
We
He
clocked it early.
he has Brie in this last episode. So I guess Keiarna, and I didn't know this really, she has a med spa and it's named K Stewart after herself, obviously. So that's
Okay.
part of her brand. It's a part of why she's on the show.
Yeah.
It's a real med spa. Like I looked it up. It's a real thing. It's not one of these fake little health
Yeah.
businesses. She said I don't even know his name. She said that,
Greg,
thank you.
right?
I
Greg.
think
Okay.
so, Greg, would not marry her if she hyphenated her last name.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. We got to run. It's time to go.
It's time to go, babe. Because
Because
what are
there's
you
reasoning, there's
thinking?
nuance here, clearly. It's not just, oh, I don't want to take your last name. It's I have my last name on a business that I run and is my livelihood, and I would like to keep
Yeah.
it attached. Like, let's be real here, dude.
Yeah, it's a part of my brand. It's my business. I've been Kay Stewart for my whole life. And she even said, I watched my mom grow up and start her own real estate
Hmm.
brokerage. And like she still has her maiden last name. And, it's something that I want to keep. And it's not even that she's saying she's not going to take your last name. She's
Yeah,
hyphenating.
hyphenating it. That's such a
He
nice
just,
compromise.
yeah. And he says he won't marry her. She easily makes more. I know for a fact that between her business and now Housewives, she makes more money than him as a
Hmm.
social worker running a nonprofit.
And he's running around with his insecurities all over her and trying to make her feel less
Yeah,
than
small.
because she's about to shine. She already
Yeah,
is shining.
she is. And that's what the girls, I think it was Giselle and Wendy, like took her to lunch or something, and we're talking about that. And like, why don't you hyphenate it? And she said he won't marry. To say you won't marry someone just based off the last name is crazy. And he wants
Yeah.
her home more and cooking for him more. I'm sorry, the man that gets a hot home cooked meal is the man that's out here doing physical labor all day. The man that's out here building houses, not you in your Gucci fucking polo that I could probably fit into, sitting behind a desk all day.
Acting important.
Act, acting important.
Because
And
does he even do any of the social work or does he just sit behind the desk and act like he's running the job? Because I highly doubt he's actually doing anything in that office.
no, he's not. It's just his name, if even that, on the wall. And his biggest problem, she said their biggest problem right now is her being a part of this friend group, which is code for her being on the show.
Yes, 100%. 100%. Icky. I don't get Okay, I shouldn't say I don't get the big deal because I understand some people may not want to be
Mhm.
on the show or have their lives portrayed on the show, but it's just a combination of these things now
Mhm.
that's not looking good. And then now the final straw is, oh, you don't like the show either. Okay, well, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I don't think you like me. I
Exactly.
need
I just actually think you
someone.
don't like me at this point.
Yeah, you need someone that's 21, impressionable, that will do whatever you say, because obviously not someone that runs their own business, has their own life, their own girlfriends.
Yeah.
And we live together and you're not getting on a knee. Like it'd be one thing, we might
Yeah,
talk
let's
about
pick a
it.
struggle.
Right, that's what I'm saying. We might could work it out if we were actually engaged, but you are my 40-year-old boyfriend.
You should not be allowed to be called a boyfriend or girlfriend after a certain age.
Literally,
You
you
got to
have
start calling each other partner because I can't call you my boyfriend. You're 40 years old.
I don't even like saying, like, I couldn't imagine saying, oh, my boyfriend. Like, are we 10? Like,
I know it feels weird at this age.
like
But
at
also, what else
least
are you supposed to do? There's not like a super normalized term.
fiance, because you need to be getting married.
We're skipping all the bullshit.
Yeah, grow up. Like, there's no reason to be dating for that long. I just don't, especially at that age, it just does not make any sense. You're both established, you know who you are. You know if you like you've been together for years, you lived together, you moved into his house.
Tale as old as time.
Literally. Oh, pray for the girlies. Pray for the girlies. But
Well, is this going to be a Housewives Day? Because I feel like we have more Housewives things to chat about. Is this like
ew.
a Housewives coffee chat?
It is, and it's all the housewives. And now we're gonna talk about now I call them from Atlanta, say he miss me. Wow, wow, wow. Well, what do you think? What do you think of the trailer?
Um, love how we're immediately starting off with a peach reference. Miss Portia is, of course, just, so on brand. It's cute to see her back. I feel like they didn't highlight the whole Kenya thing as much as I thought they were. I thought that was going to be like the whole trailer, like all the drama. And I feel like they did a good job of balancing out the fun stuff and that. But the toxic part of me kind of wishes that they honed in on that more, like the drama, the suspense, like like 2 weeks earlier.
Yeah, yeah,
I
2 weeks.
needed some drama with it.
Yeah.
What did you think?
I so I thought it was really cute. I'm glad that like make Atlanta fun again because it was not fun for a long time. Portia is the definition of fun, but also drama because she's going through a divorce right now.
Messy.
Yeah, messy divorce, her second divorce. We're seeing it on the show after we saw her meet him on the show and he was married to somebody else.
Full circle.
So I'm living for watching this unfold. Yeah, I just cannot believe Kenya is really not a part of this, but at the same time, I feel like it's a new chapter of Atlanta because really the only originals, because actually there are no originals anymore because Portia came later. But when you think of Atlanta, you think of Kenya, Portia, Nene, Sheree,
Candy.
Candy, Cynthia.
Cynthia.
Yeah, Cynthia. And
Mm.
none of them are really originals except Nene and Kim and Sheree, and none of them are on the show anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
So like their golden era, their of Atlanta was like not the beginning. It was like seasons 5, 6, 7, top tier TV. If y'all have not watched it, it is the but it is it's just so funny. Like cackling. Like these hoes will have you cackling because they're just delusional. That's what I'm saying. It reminds me of Salt Lake City. They're so insane. But anyway, all to say, watch the trailer. It's a lot of new girls that I think all look the same, but
I
what
couldn't tell them apart either. And I was like, I am horrible. Get it together. I don't know who these people are.
I can't
I was like,
tell.
which is the girl who's Kenya's harassing? It's all going so quick.
Yeah, it was
I
a
only know like, yeah, just the girls, the girlies have already been there.
yeah. Yeah, I'm just really shocked that they didn't bring Kenya, but then oh, that's what I was saying. I'm almost like maybe this is a new chapter of
Mhm.
Atlanta where it's kind of girls like Portia, like ATL baddies, ATL Barbies, Black American princesses. That's kind of the vibe I think they're going for. It's definitely younger.
Mhm. That
Um,
makes sense. I could see that now. Yeah, I see that now that you say that. Compared to the
yeah,
OG, it was
yeah,
more like actual Real Housewives.
yeah.
It
Now it's
literally Real Housewives.
yeah. Now I feel like it's BBL baddies. And I don't think there's a problem with that at all. I really
That's pretty
don't.
much Miami too.
Yeah, I mean that's Atlanta and that's Miami. Like
That's Jersey too.
yeah, Jersey. Yeah, those it's all those places with the very extravagant lifestyles and very flashy and gaudy. So it
Hmm.
does make sense. I just can't believe Kenya's not on there. But I'm hoping for the best. I'll watch it. I saw one of the girls get a Rolls Royce, Shamia, who used to be a friend of. And so they brought her on, and yeah, I guess she's getting a Rolls Royce. And that's what I want to see on housewife shows.
Wealth,
Well,
fun, drama. That's all
yeah,
we asked for.
that's all the girls are asking for. I'm just really shocked. It's just not lost on me that we got rid of Kenya for revenge porn, but we let Phaedra back on after falsely accusing someone of sexual assault.
That's crazy to me. How we just get over these things, how we pick and choose in the Bravo community who we have
Yeah,
grudges for forever and who gets off with it.
yeah. So
It's like the secret recipe is take a few season breaks and then come back for another kind of reality show where people see more of the fun side of you and then people forget because I swear that's what Phaedra did. She took a break And then she came back, popped out with like Married to Medicine and Dancing with the Stars, Traders, just had fun. And now everyone back on the screen. Phaedra's our top reality star of 2024.
Literally, everyone forgot that she called
Candy's sick.
Candy Bill Cosby
That's actually crazy.
and got caught in a lie at a reunion. And Portia, and what's crazy is Portia was the pawn. Like Phaedra told Portia, Portia brought it to the show. And then at the reunion, that's when everyone found out and everyone turned on Phaedra, obviously. And now Portia and Phaedra are back. And now what, we're supposed to be best friends?
It is weird. They only did that because Candy's gone. They're like, all right, fine, you could come back now. Now you can.
Yeah, after spending seasons on Married to Medicine. So I'm like, is she gonna go back to Married to Medicine? What is going on?
Which is so stupid for that franchise as well, and such a slap in the face for those ladies. Because why are you here?
Why are you here?
Because you're blacklisted from Atlanta until Candy's gone, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Shameful. And she was on Dubai.
Oh my gosh, you're right. They were begging to have Phaedra back on TV, but they also clearly respected Candy.
Yeah.
But they were trying any way they could to get her back on screen. That's crazy.
That is. I also want people to let go. Nini's not coming back.
No.
She will
Candy's
never
not letting her.
Yeah, I don't think she even wants to
She doesn't need
anymore.
that in her life. She needs to protect her peace.
Yeah, because if
go
she
back
comes,
and rewatch.
Yeah, go seriously, her best moments.
That's what TV is there for us to go
Yeah.
back and watch.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Watch seasons 5 through like 8 or 9. It's golden peak television. It comes full circle. I feel like we got closure from all the many different characters. We laughed, we cried, we celebrated, we fought.
Should be Emmy nominated.
Emmy nominated. I cannot believe Atlanta doesn't have a nomination, but fucking Vanderpump Rules does just because someone cheated on someone. Like, don't get me started.
It is crazy. I mean, I won't hate on the Scandival at all because it was the thing is that we need to have more Emmys for Bravo. That's the thing. It shouldn't have started with Scandival because there was so much better and equally as good TV as that whole season was.
Totally agree.
Well,
I don't even know
like
when
we should finish up with RHONY because it kind of was reminding me when we were talking about the dark stuff with Phaedra, what's going on in RHONY, and we need to make New York fun again.
Yeah, make New York fun again. And you know what's crazy is that we're saying that about Phaedra and Kenya. How much you want to Brynn 100% is coming back next season.
Yeah. Honestly, this is probably toxic, but I kind of want her to because I kind of need somebody to hate because I don't want them to take her out and then it's like, okay, well, now what? Now that we know who she is and how she can be, let's have a season where she needs to answer for her crimes.
Yeah, if you did not watch the RHONY,
yes, let's go back.
The season finale. I think I watched the season premiere, the second episode, season finale, because I just
the recap before the season finale gave us all the info we needed to know.
It really did, which was a nothing burger. But to make a long story short, Brynn and Ubah have been scrapping the whole season. We didn't really know why. Brynn was saying it was because Ubah kept saying that she sucked dick to get on Real Housewives, which doesn't really make sense. But then you watch a flashback, it's actually Brynn that said that.
Yes.
First, and then Ubah's like, yeah, well, maybe you did.
And then Brynn was like, oh, so should I just suck a dick then to get the job? And Ubah was like, yeah, maybe you should. And now everyone's saying, Ubah said that Brynn had to suck a dick to get the job. It's like, no, Brynn literally said that. And this is what she does.
Yes. And now you go back to last season and you see it. I felt like I also was gaslit and manipulated.
Yes, my eyes opened.
From
the first episode with the cheese.
The cheese.
Oh my gosh.
Jenna being broke.
Yep.
All the things. It was, anyway, her and Ubah are fighting. Brynn opens up to the rest of the girls and says the reason why this affects me so much was because Ubah knows that I was raped, which is obviously horrible. And then it adds more gravity to why Brynn would be more upset. And it also would make Ubah look like the devil
Yeah,
herself.
literally evil for saying something
Yeah.
like that if she knew, which Brynn was claiming she did. So it's so
Yes.
it's so disgusting. She would make these claims about me sleeping my way to get this job when she knows that I've been, So this starts the drama. The cameras go down. I love a camera go down moment. And then you see the real life. The cameras go down, and Jessel, like a real friend, goes straight to Ubah and said, Brynn just said this about you. Why are you talking about Brynn like that if you knew she was raped? And Ubah like explodes, like just starts
I just
screaming.
got chills thinking of
I
her
know,
scream.
literally, when I was watching it, you just know, even without all of the stuff about Brynn before in the past, like you just, at least me, know in your core that Ubah's telling the truth. The way
Yes.
she reacted. So basically, yeah, then Ubah said, I did not know that she has been raped. Like, why would she ever say that? That's what she's saying about me. So she explodes. And that was crazy. Then it's like her going around the house, talking to Raquel and Jenna, like, you don't believe this, right? You don't believe this. I would be doing the same thing. Like, nobody's
Yeah.
about to lie on my name so disgustingly.
Yeah. Because that is an insane accusation, especially if we were friends at one point and you told me
Yeah.
something like that in confidence and we are fighting. That is just a level. There's seriously nothing. We've talked about this on episodes prior. Like, there is actually nothing worse
Yeah.
than sexual assault and not having consent. Like, in the world, there's truly
Yeah.
that is the most disgusting thing you can do to someone. And then to use it against someone, whether we're friends or not, and especially if we were friends, is just horrendous, horrendous, horrendous. Because we watched Brynn tell the ladies that Ubah was using it against her. They're all crying. Everyone's like, what's
Because
going
that's such an
on?
insane thing to say that I don't think they were immediately thinking Bryn's lying. They're thinking, oh my
Yeah.
God, I can't believe Ubah would continue to talk to
Right.
you like this when she knows that. And they're also just learning, oh my God, Bryn's been raped. This is
Yeah.
like two,
Trauma.
yeah, trauma. This was a dark finale.
Yeah. And just for so what ended up happening was production sent Ubah and Jessel to a different hotel so they can see Mob. Ubah's hysterical. I will never ever forget that scream she had, because that's the scream of like I can like that is like
Peter
oh rock.
core.
Yes, rock. I've hit rock bottom with this bitch.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot believe this is where we're at. And this is something that she would do that, first of all, something she would do, something she would do on camera.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Ubah's worried about her relationship, like her partner seeing this,
Yeah.
and
Having to worry about it being a she said thing now of Brynn saying, oh,
yes.
she knows, and Ubah having to say, like, no, I did not know this. You guys have to believe me.
So
So
while
yeah,
Ubah and
continue.
Jessel are at the fucking hotel, they're all sitting in a room. The rest of the ladies are inside. Jenna, Brynn, what's the other lady's name?
Raquel.
Raquel, thank you. Raquel, Rebecca, all of them.
Oh my
Sitting
God, I forgot
in
about
the
Rebecca.
room. I couldn't forget about my Jewish Scientologist
Queen
queen,
Rebecca Meekoff.
Rebecca Minkoff.
I love that last name.
No, Rebecca Minkoff, she ate.
It's
She
chic.
politically. Um, Bryn's talking to the girls and she's like, you know what? Maybe Ubah didn't clock it.
And all the ladies' faces probably just fell. Like, what do you mean clock it? What does that mean, clock it? Yeah,
That
come
means
to
I
think of
never told
it,
her.
I don't think Ubah clocked it. What are we doing right now? So Brynn said they had a phone call and she was on the phone with Ubah. And I guess really tragically, one of her friends had attempted suicide and she was calling Ubah, in hysterics, like, why do bad things always happen to me? This just happened to my friend. And I don't know if maybe she said, like, maybe I got taken advantage of. I don't know what she said, but she's trying to say, like, she told Ubah in hysterics on that phone call. And Ubah just maybe didn't clock it, maybe didn't know that she's trying to tell her that. But it's like, if she didn't say to you right after, like, hey, wait, let's talk about that, then she
Right.
either didn't hear you or you didn't say it, because that's an
Right.
insane thing to drop on a friend and have them just move on like you didn't say anything.
And I don't see Ubah being that way. I don't imagine that Ubah or any friend, let's take the personalities out of it. Any friend that would tell another friend something so horrific that happened to them, and they wouldn't say, "Hey, you wouldn't want to talk about this," uh, or even if she was in shock, call her later, but especially use it against them. And I
Yeah.
guess all the ladies after that put it together. There's like they just don't believe Brynn. They don't
Yeah,
believe
Raquel
her.
in her confessional. Oh my God, I got chills when she was explaining Brynn telling the story. And then she says, and then Brynn goes, well, come to think of it, maybe she didn't clock it. And Raquel says, my face just fell and I realized that the rest of what she was saying was a lie. So that I was like, oh my God, they finally see through it. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's all this to say now. I don't think that anybody believes Brynn, because she pretty much admitted, like, you know what, I actually don't think that Ubah knows. And now it's more of, okay, so now you're weaponizing your trauma against a friend just so you can win an argument, just so you can be a victim. Because she was kind of getting her ass tore up for a second. And then all of a sudden, I can't believe Ubah would say that about me when she knows I've been raped. What? Well, now that obviously changes the tides.
Mhm.
Everybody's on your side. Everyone thinks Ubah is an evil demon. And come to find out, Ubah never knew. You're just trying to make people on your side. Like, that is insane manipulation. It's evil, psychotic manipulation to want people to be on your side that badly that you would lie about something like that.
And the way the other ladies made it sound, there's something that happened in her childhood that would
Mm-hmm.
explain her behavior, because they all said we were really proud of Brynn for making breakthroughs of trauma she'd been through when she was younger. And I don't know who it was. Maybe it was either Jessel or Aaron that said something like Brynn has to lie to feel like people would listen.
Mm-hmm.
That's something she's been doing as a child. Because something in her
Yeah.
childhood happened that she told the ladies that makes sense of why she is the way she is now. It's just crazy that as because you hear about people that are pathological liars and people
Mm-hmm.
that are evil. Because what really got me was they were saying the next morning Brynn acted like nothing happened, and they
Yes.
like the trip got canceled early because it
She
was
was
like,
chilling with the producers, like, well, we can go horseback riding today. We could just like do whatever's on the schedule. And they were like, you don't need to go home after all of that. You don't need a
yeah,
break.
yeah, because she's backpedaling, backpedaling, backpedaling.
It's it's honestly like chilling. I'm thinking about her headspace. I feel actually bad for her because I don't think anybody doesn't believe her story of being
Right,
raped. That's
of
tragic, and I
course.
do feel for her. And that is something that is probably going to last, stay with her for the rest of her life. So I pray that she can keep getting healing every day. But at the same time, it's just like so unnatural for her to use that against somebody in an argument. It's is very dark. And then for her to show up at the reunion, she's watching the last episode, while she's getting her hair and makeup ready. And I don't think she really processed how bad this was going to go for her, because she just literally shut it out of her brain. You could tell right after that happened, she shut it out. The next day, she just acted like nothing happened. She didn't even want to go back. I mean, she didn't even watch the episode until she literally had to, because they were going to be probably grilling her about it. Andy probably, like makes them watch all the episodes.
Hmm.
And when she was talking to Jessel the morning of the reunion, she was like, oh, yeah, so I think everything's going to go okay. And Jessel's like, you think you're going to be okay? Like, are you serious? Did you watch? And Bryn's like, well, I haven't watched the episode yet. Jessel's probably like, yeah, that's why you think you're gonna be okay. Cause girl,
Delusional.
it's
Just
not
delusional.
looking good.
It's bad. It's bad for her.
It's bad. And then I don't know if you saw the reunion, but her and Jessel got into it too, which I didn't, we didn't watch, so I didn't see this part.
Mhm.
But apparently there was a scene where Brynn, Aaron, and Sai were gossiping and talking about Jessel. And they were like, Brynn said, "Oh, do you guys remember last year?" I don't know if they were like in Anguilla or wherever they were. They were talking about the loves of their lives. And, Aaron said
Mhm.
Abe and Sai said her husband. And then Jessel said, "Oh, some guy." So Jessel brought it up at the reunions and said, "You totally twisted my words. We were not talking about the loves of our lives. We were talking about the craziest hookup we've ever had. So for you to twist it and act like the love of my life isn't my husband and the father of my children," and then he had to sit there and watch that with me and be like, "What do you mean some guy's the love of your life?" And I have to, it's basically me against your word now. That's not okay. And it's like,
Yeah.
it's so many times this has happened with Brynn where she twists people's words and then it's like her word against yours. And then it's like,
Mhm.
she's like, "Oh," in her little baby voice, "I'm sorry." And I was so happy. Jessa was like, "No, fuck you. Listen to me talk," and kept going off on her. I was
Yeah.
like, yes, Jessel.
Finally, because she had a really hard fall from grace, Brynn. She was
Mhm.
the darling of Real Housewives of New York
We
reboot.
loved her. She was a
She,
masscom cherry bomb. I mean, she, we were rooting for you, Brynn.
we were all rooting for you. And then she came out with that article.
Which basically, yeah, I think it was on Rolling Stone. She still didn't admit to being wrong at all. And that makes so much sense now, knowing that she didn't even watch the episode. Probably, oh, actually, no, she probably, wait, when was the reunion? She may not have even watched the episode when she talked to Rolling Stone.
Hmm.
So it's just so delusional that she could talk with so much conviction about something that she didn't even see fully. And then she lied even in there, talking about how, "Oh, Aaron and I are like sisters. I still talk to Jenna and this and that." And then
No,
Aaron
like,
comments on Queens of Bravo, "We don't talk. You're lying." Jenna said, "Watch What Happens Live. We don't talk either. Haven't talked to her since the reunion." So
oh, Brynn, what have you done?
it's not
But
looking good for her.
it's not looking good, but we'll all be tuned in next season, unfortunately. Just
Yeah, now you may have just reeled me back in, RHONY.
because it wasn't looking good. But now I need to figure out how we're gonna, like, is she gonna go do therapy? Is she gonna talk about, because you have, that is like a mental, I don't want to say illness, but it is a coping mechanism to
Hmm.
lie like that, to manipulate like that if you've been through something really traumatic, because you really do feel like that's the only way people are gonna love you, which is really, really
Or to like to
sad.
survive.
Yeah, which is really sad. But I'm interested to see.
Yeah, she has like just she needs to do like some deep therapy. That's why I feel bad for her because you can tell, and all the girls continue to say, like you, there's something that's happened in her childhood that's made her this way. So you do feel some compassion because of that, but at the same time, it's psychotic.
Yeah, and poor Ubah. Wait, why would I
Yeah, the
ever
person
forgive
on the
you?
other end of it. Okay, wait, one last thing I wanted to mention about New York that I thought was
Hmm.
crazy. I was watching the reunion, and I don't know if you saw Jenna's look for the reunion. She was in a black robe with the little
Hmm.
hair towel and sunglasses on. And Andy tells her in the little breaks, you know how sometimes they'll show the breaks still, like of them,
Yeah.
like, okay, the cameras are off and they're talking in between. Andy was like, "Oh my God, we need that robe for the clubhouse. We have to put it in the clubhouse as a Bravo museum kind of thing." And she was like, "Oh, I was actually going to return it." And he was like, "You're going to return it?" And she's like, "Yeah, it was really expensive." He's like, "How much money was it?" $1,500. And then Brynn was like, "My dress was $7,000 and I bought it." Which she was a little annoying for that, but at the same time, I totally understand because no
Yeah.
offense, Jenna, but are you poor? Because if you are actually as influential, wealthy fashion icon as you say you are, you can't afford $1,500.
But I feel like that's why rich people are rich, because they don't pay for it.
Yeah, that's so annoying though. And it's
I know.
Balenciaga too, so we're letting them back in. I guess. I don't know. You know what? Honestly, like after hearing that and then seeing that Jenna, what was it? Didn't she have like it was like a Bentley or a Rolls Royce.
Yeah,
It was some
rented.
expensive car and it was like rented or not even it wasn't even hers really. They let her use it or something. I don't know. It's It's giving broke.
It is giving broke because it isn't really giving smart with money. Because $1,500 in the grand scheme, like for a reunion dress of or something that's gonna last on TV forever, like that's an easy $1,500 I would
That's what
spend.
I'm thinking. I mean, I'm not saying I'm the richest person ever, but if I had housewife
Yeah.
money, if I had Jenna Lyons money, $1,500 is nothing.
Yeah.
For a reunion dress.
And
And
especially
especially if
returning
Andy's
it.
saying, I want it in the clubhouse, I would be like, okay, I'm not returning it. Here you go, Andy. That's
Yeah.
$1,500. I'm going to be memorialized in the Housewives era.
Yeah. It's very weird because even with that, I feel like a lot of designers loan people stuff too, especially someone like Jenna Lyons, who is a fashion icon. She's gonna return it. Like that's so tacky to me.
Yeah, it was giving tacky. So I was like, maybe Erin was actually on to something.
Ugh.
But because then she made Erin pay for the $200 Uber when her car was the one that broke down. So
Yeah, that's weird. Cause I'm sorry, if you leave us stranded in the middle of nowhere and you were our ride home, like I'm gonna need you. Cause even I'm thinking like even now at this age, the amount of money I'm making now, if me and my friends were somewhere and I was the ride home, like okay, like two hundred
either number
dollars.
one, I'm taking out my phone to get the Uber because
Yeah,
obviously I didn't plan for my car to break down, but like, fuck, I was the ride and here we are. Let me
yeah,
call the Uber. At our age and our brackets, our friends could have split and helped us out. Like, you know what?
right.
Like, yeah, here's some money. We didn't expect this. For Erin and Jenna Lyons' age and bracket, Jenna should have just taken the L, paid for the Uber, and that's it. Not her car breaks down and you make your friend pay for the entire Uber bill and don't even bother to pay her back.
Yeah, because if anything, I'll pay you back when I
Yeah.
got it. And
I don't
I
know.
know
It's giving
Jenna's
broke
got
to me
it.
now.
Yeah, maybe Jenna Lyons is broke.
I don't know. She's kind of annoying me. She's always sticking up for Brynn too. Like, just, you know what? I'm kind
Just
of
stand
over
on
it.
business. Yeah, just
Yeah.
have an opinion on someone.
Yeah. I'm over her.
Well, that was our housewives gossip break. We had New York, Salt Lake, Atlanta, Potomac. We really covered the gamut. A dash of what's that show? Beverly Hills. LOL.
What's
Um,
that show?
what are those girls? Yeah, Beverly Hills. So we really hope you enjoyed this episode, taking this gossip break with us. I know we did. Y'all know the drill. Go ahead and hit that follow button on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify, as well as we're on YouTube. And make sure you are subscribed and follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Gossip Break.
Thank you guys. Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.